Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of Mercerie and Beauty Intuition makeup. I don't think anything here is like super new. I do have a new lip plumper, I believe, from Mercerie. But other than that, it's all stuff that I've used on my channel a time or two, maybe a little bit more, just depending on what it is. But I thought it'd be fun to do a full face of both of these brands. And since each brand doesn't seem to have enough on its own to do a full face, at least from what I've found, I decided just to combine them. So that's what we're doing today. And I'm going to be digging into a palette that I used earlier in the year on my channel. And I'm going to be using it a little bit different today. So I'm going to be giving it a second try. And so if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. So what I mean by that is I like to do all the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it at a bargain price point. And of course, the closer to $1, the better. So if it sounds like you're in the right place, I do hope you'll become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And as always, I will have related content linked down below in the description box. That way, when you're done with this video, you can catch up with some of my other videos. And so yeah, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I did my brows off camera and I use the IONI Retractable Brow Pencil. Of course, as always, I'll have everything I use, whether it's on or off camera, down below in the description box. That way you can see what I used. So of course, Mercerie has a concealer, and the beautiful thing about Mercerie concealers at the Dollar Tree is they have the best shade range yet. I don't know what shade mine is in, but it's the Flawless Finish Full Coverage Concealer. And mine is in one of the lighter shades. They have about 6 or 7 shades, which is really great. And I'm very excited for them to hopefully come out with more stuff, like maybe a setting powder, a foundation. Because as we know, you know, Be Pure comes out with some amazing, I'm just going to clean up my eyebrows with a little flat brush. And so yeah, you know, as we know, if you frequently shop at the Dollar Tree, the shade range isn't the best, and Be Pure comes out with some amazing products, but they just don't have much in the way of shades, you know, usually 2 or 3 shades at the most, leaving people on a budget to have to kind of shop online, which is absolutely fine. There's great sites like Shein and Shop Miss A and all that good stuff, but for me, I still love like shopping in store, and so I do always get excited when Dollar Tree kind of steps up their game a little bit, and they often do. So we're going to go back and conceal with that. Of course, that's not really like a new product. Like I said, I'm just doing a full face of these 2 brands, or an almost full face, I guess, I have most things to do a full face. So I applied some LA Colors eyeshadow primer, and now we're going to get into eyeshadow, and I'm using 2 Beauty Intuition palettes. Mercerie also has a couple palettes as well, but I wanted to get a look, but I wanted to try this pastel palette again because I used it several months ago on my channel, and kind of determined it was a really good companion palette, but not necessarily a standalone palette unless you wanted to do like a one and done, or you wore pastels very well. I don't wear pastels on their own very well. So for me, I need to kind of mix this with another palette. I'm going to use the Peachy Nudes to kind of mix it with. So I'm first going to go into this shade right here. I have a relative idea of what I'm going to be doing today, but of course that is always like subject to change. I've done a look with all of these Beauty Intuition palettes at some point this year. I will, of course, have them linked down below. The shade here, I kind of remember it not really having much of a color payoff on my skin. But these are actually like really good palettes though, like seriously. All of them except the smoky browns have shimmers and mattes. They're really very pigmented with the exception of kind of this shade right here, which like I said, I think that tends to be more my skin tone. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm going to start building up this like rich kind of peachy orange color. Now I'm going to go into this more bright orange shade. And I'm going to start building this up into that crease right there. I want to blend it just a little bit, so I'm going to use a clean, fluffy brush. And then, of course, I'm going to be adding a pop of color, I think. I think that's the direction I'm going to go today. So I don't know about y'all, but my Dollar Trees have not been exciting lately at all. I don't know when I'm going to get excited about going again, but until then, we're just going to have to do fun videos like this, just using whatever makeup. I did just have a testing new Dollar Tree makeup video go up where I had a few products to try. But other than that, I'm going to be kind of, I don't know when I'll have another haul up. It's just, it's been dire, y'all. So now I want to go into the Pastels palette. And I think last time I did it, I went into the blue shade. and the white shade. Kind of thinking I want to go into that, maybe that purple or that like mint green. I think I'm going to go into that purple because I did not go into it yet, and I'm going to get a little creative here. So I'm going to apply that, even though it's a matte, I'm going to apply it with a flat brush like this, like I normally do my shimmers, and I'm going to dampen it. I don't know, I never have much faith in pastels, and purple eyeshadow in particular is a little difficult to work with. I'm going to go into that pastel color there. I think we've established this in a video that there's no makeup police. You can really do whatever it is you want. I use damp brushes from matte shadows all the time, even though it's typically like a shimmer thing. I don't know if I'm going to love the shade though. So me and pastels have kind of a complicated relationship unless they're a shimmer or unless I'm using them as like a base color. And I'm kind of wanting to do a slightly different type of a look today. Kind of wanting to step outside my comfort zone a little bit. It's my last couple of makeup looks that I've done here on my channel. I've actually worn to work for my stage makeup. Okay, so I've got that kind of laid down. I'm going to do something kind of fun. I think I'm going to deepen the outer corner. So I'm going to go into that shade right there and just use that to kind of just deepen up right on the edges. I'm going to use a more compact brush for this. Deposit the color, and then I'm just going to use another brush to just blend it a bit. So I think I'm going to leave my shadow there for right now, apply some other stuff, and then we'll come back and add some finishing touches. So I'm just going to add a coat of this Beauty Intuition mascara. I think this is a curling version, so I'm just going to apply a coat of this. This has a curved brush, this particular one. I've got several Beauty Intuition mascaras. Honestly, the best, in my opinion, the best Beauty Intuition mascara is the one that comes in a pink tube. It's just like a simple pink tube. I think I used it recently here in a video. Mercerie, the other brand that we're using today, does not shine in the mascara department. Their mascaras are terrible. But I will be using the lashes from them because as far as I'm aware, Beauty Intuition, I don't think Beauty Intuition has any lashes, at least that I've seen at the Dollar Tree. But yeah, all the mascaras that come like in this kind of packaging, they're really not the best. So I do, and I'm actually using the Mercerie setting spray. I know one of my Dollar Divas, this is like her favorite setting spray. And then I'm going to be using the Mercerie Midnight Black Long Lasting Liquid Liner. I use this probably once or twice on my channel. It's kind of like your old school like little brush applicator type of thing. I'm going to of course do my wing. That's really nice. I remember that I used this, of course, you know, like I said, once or twice, but I don't really remember it very much. Don't remember how I feel about it, but it seems to be doing a really, really nice job. Very nice, like a thin line. Really nice. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to prep my lashes. So I've used the Mercerie lashes here quite a bit recently on my channel. They've got this 3-pack, which are really not too bad. They're not my favorite lashes. They've got 3 different styles. I've got the more dramatic ones. They have like a natural style. I get the wispy and dreamy, and I have the Bring On the Glam. So I've got a pair up here that you can tell that I have trimmed. They're not as wide as the other ones. And so I'm just going to use those today. I think these I might have trimmed a little bit too much, but I kind of made them, I guess they're kind of like half lengths. So I'm just going to apply some glue, let that get tacky, put these on, and I will be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. I pretty much always link my lash tutorial down in the description box. That way you can see some of my tips and tricks, and I show you 2 different methods on how you put your lashes on. And so I'll have that link down below, but my lashes are on. I had to kind of touch up my eyeliner a little bit too. Then I did go ahead, and because it's not a Beauty Intuition or the Mercerie product, I put on my NuColor BB cream. It's the same as the Candy Moyo if you're new here, but it's like my oldest face product, so I want to use it up, so I just put it on today. And so I'm going to set my makeup down with the Mercerie Pressed Finishing Powder. I've used this several times on my channel, and it's just got this pretty embossing on it. Excuse mine, it's a little bit dirty from my beauty blender and stuff, but yeah, it's just a translucent setting powder, and it's very, very brightening, so I don't know if it'll work like if you have like really dark skin or not, because you'll see how like light that is. Unless you maybe like, you might not can't do this, like you might not be able to do this step here, but you might be able to just like put it like dusting on. Pack it down kind of in the middle part of my face. And then I'm just going to use a brush and just brush the rest on, and also take the excess away from under my eyes. And the more I use it, the more I don't know that I like it necessarily more than like LA Colors or anything like that, but it is a nice setting powder. So I have 2 bronzers from Mercerie. It's called the Sunlit Bronzer. And I've got 2 different shades. This is the lighter of the 2 because I am like my least tan right now. It's just this like nice sized bronzer. So the other one's darker and probably even a little bit warmer. And this probably has a little hint of shimmer in it, but nothing crazy. So you'll notice I'm wearing like a bigger ponytail. I actually brought this from work. Every now and again, I might put this on instead of like my other like wigs, kind of as like a quick, if I have to like get ready in a hurry and I really have no time to mess with my hair. And so, yeah, I brought her home from work. I still have to do my roots, but right now I've got some, the Be Pure spray. And, yeah. So there we go, just a nice little glow. And I don't have a blush from either company, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of this Hard Candy Fox in a Box. I got this years ago. I think this was actually sent to me by my friend Marina from Confessions of a Dollar Tree Addict. I have the bronzer that I think I found on my own, and then she found this and sent it to me. It's a marbleized, like, baked blush, and this is in the shade Girl Next Door. So I'm just going to pop some of this on, and I'll be right back, and we'll put on highlighter. Okay, so there we go. Got some of that blush on. I thought it'd be fun to use. I haven't used it in a while, and it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's really, really pretty. So I used this recently on my channel, too. This is a Beauty Intuition face powder. They say it's a face powder. Y'all, it's a highlighter. I know I had this conversation just the other day because I legit just used this. It has like a spider web in it. And it's really got like a, it's like a white highlighter with like a purple kind of sheen to it. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on. This is the only highlighter that I believe I have from either company. Like I said, I would love for them to, like, La Mercerie especially, take over the, like the face complexion products. Because LA Colors needs some help in some areas. So just a nice little sweep of that. Now we're going to go back to the eyes. And I've used this once on my channel. This is from La Mercerie. It's the Twist and Sharpen Eyeliner Pencil. So it's a retractable eyeliner. And like I said, I used this once. I can't remember if it's like better or worse than like the LA Colors Auto Liner. So we will see. I will try it again. It's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's definitely getting an effect. I always think the LA Colors Auto Liner is worse than it is too. And the fact of the matter is that I often compare it with some of my like other eyeliners that are like really super good. And it's not quite as good as those, but I always get a payoff from it, like in my waterline. So there we go, just a little bit of definition in the waterline. So now I'm gonna go back into the pastel palette. And I'm for sure gonna use that like white shimmery shade on the inner corner of my eye. I'm just gonna use a small little like tapered brush. And I'm gonna dampen it with setting spray, of course. Really pack some of that shade on there. And put this as an inner corner highlight. Kind of liking that it's not a shimmery look. It's kind of the same style of like eyeshadow that I do, except that like lilac shade is kind of taking the place of the shimmer. I kind of did the same thing I would with the shimmer, and I'm really not hating it. Well, like I've said several times here in my recent Get Ready With Me's and stuff, that I've actually moved on from right now I'm doing a little bit of a shimmery highlight, but I've moved on to like a little bit more of like a matte, like a brightening, just a brightening thing, like in my inner corner where it's not necessarily like shimmery. Same thing with like under my like brow bone. So there we go, just a nice little brightening up effect. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of this translucent powder under my brow bone, just a little bit. So there we go, I'm like very happy with this eye look. So now we're gonna move on to actually a new product. And I had a conversation with a Dollar Diva that she thought that maybe La Mercerie and Make Me Up had like merged or something. It's kind of because of this product right here. This looks very similar to the Make Me Up Plumping Gloss. I think it's a little bit bigger, and there's nothing to be afraid of. It's not going to come out like purple. I think I swatched this in a haul. And it's just like a plumping lip gloss. I don't know if it has a tingle in it. I know the most tingle that you can get out of a plumping gloss at Dollar Tree is definitely IONI. But honestly, like, I don't know that you need that tingle to get like full looking lips. I think just a good, I'm not lining my lips today, but just a good lip line and a good gloss is going to give you the same effect without like the misery of the tingle. I don't mind like a light tingle. I just don't want anything to set my lips on fire. Oh, I don't guess any of us do. See, so that's like essentially like a clear gloss. Now the only problem with this that I'm experiencing is I can put the cap down, but it's not like staying. You know what I mean? It's not like latching, I guess you could say. So that's not great. Yeah, I kind of really like this eyeshadow look. Like I said, it's a little bit different. It's kind of my usual style, except kind of without the shimmer on the inner corner, using a different shade from the Pastel palette, kind of using this more as a companion palette. And then going into the Peachy Nudes as well. Of course, using this bronzer, which I've used a couple times, the powder, the highlighter. So yeah, these are kind of two newer brands to the Dollar Tree. And like I said, I had almost a full face, or just a couple items that I had to reach for something else from another brand. And that's just based on what I have found at the Dollar Tree. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Definitely comment down below and let me know how you feel about some of these products as well. I always love to talk to you all. Definitely go check out related content down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.